It was supposed to be a simple trip, just a train ride home after a long day of work. I wasn't planning to stay late, but one thing led to another, and before I knew it, I found myself standing alone at Ravenridge Station, waiting for the last train of the night. I didn't think much of it at the time, but I should have known better. There was something strange about that place, something off. The air was colder than it should have been, and the fog, it seemed to creep up out of nowhere, swallowing the station whole. But I ignored it. I just wanted to go home.
You shouldn't be here. This station, it isn't what it seems. The last train, it doesn't go where you think it does.
I jumped at the sound. I hadn't even noticed the old man standing there, half hidden in the shadows. He looked frail, but there was something about his eyes, something that sent a shiver down my spine. I laughed it off at first, thought he was just some crazy old guy trying to scare me. I smiled politely, nodded, and told him I'd be fine. But his words stuck with me, lingering in my mind like a bad dream. There it was, the last train of the night, but something about it felt wrong. It wasn't the usual sleek, modern train I was used to. This one was too old. The kind of train you'd see in an old photograph, not in the present day. I hesitated for a moment, but eventually I boarded. I took a seat near the back, trying to shake the growing sense of unease. The passengers, they didn't move. They didn't even seem to notice me. And that's when I realized I couldn't see their faces. I kept telling myself it was fine. It was just late, and I was tired. But the feeling in my gut, it was getting worse. I tried to distract myself by looking out the window, but all I could see was endless fog, and the shapes strange, twisting figures moving through it. And then there was her, a little girl sitting alone. She looked out of place, like she didn't belong on that train. I wanted to ask her where her parents were, but before I could say anything, she stopped humming.
You're on the wrong train.
The train was moving faster now, but I had no idea where it was going. Outside, I saw things that couldn't be real. And inside, the passengers, they started to change. Their faces, they weren't human anymore. They were twisted, hollow, like shadows wearing the remnants of human skin. I ran. I didn't care where. I just had to get out. But no matter how many cars I passed through, the train never seemed to end. It was like I was stuck in a loop, running in circles. There was no one there. No conductor. No way to stop the train. That's when I realized the old man was right. This train wasn't taking me home. It was taking me somewhere else. Somewhere I wasn't supposed to go. The train suddenly screeches to a halt. The doors hiss open, revealing a dark, desolate landscape outside an empty Decade station. The train stopped. But this wasn't my stop. This wasn't anywhere. Just an empty station in the middle of nowhere. They got off. All of them. But when I tried to follow, something stopped me. An invisible force holding me back. That's when I realized I wasn't like them. I wasn't a passenger. I was something else. Something that wasn't supposed to leave, and now I'm still here, waiting for the next one. I'm still waiting.